Hello, welcome to Rankled, where we're going to be ranking fruit. There are 38 fruits. Oh my god, 38 fruits. All of them right here, and we're going to be ranking them on which one is the best fruit and why. And we're going to start with the first one, which is apple.
Wow.
Okay, apple. Let's think about this, all right? A for apple. That lines up pretty good. But beyond that, I think we got to be honest with ourselves. There are some really good apples, and then there's some really bad apples. Like you have Cosmic Crisp, and then you have any green apple that has ever been made, which sucks. Whoever invented, you know what? Who invented green apples? Granny Smith. Better watch yourself, Granny Smith. Oh wait, it actually was. Australian woman named Maria Ann Smith. Well, maybe, Granny, you shouldn't have invented that because you just brought apple down to B. I'm sorry, but there are more apples that are just like all right than really, really good. Cosmic Crisp is the best one, but I mean, for the most part, apples are yeah, whatever. What is this? What is this one right here? I can't say I'm trying to think what even is that one. I'm gonna put it there because I've never seen that one before. Hey, what is that? Is that a papaya? Is that a papaya? No, that's a papaya. I've also never had a papaya. Oops. I wish these had like names so I could figure out what these are. I just found a random list online, so it's called Absolute Fruit Tier List Maker. Fruit. I must really like fruit. All right, avocado. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never really like had an avocado. I thought this was a veggie, but here's the thing. I've had it technically as guacamole. I think I've had avocado toast like once or twice. I remember it just being like green mush. Do people like that? Do people like mush? Because that's all it was. It was mush. Guacamole is fine. I feel like the only reason I eat guacamole in any capacity would be because it's healthy. I don't think I would ever do it on my own. I would never make avocado toast. I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it is. Somebody's gonna yell at me, but I don't know, man. I think it's D. I think it has its place. I think it's legitimate. I would not put it in F tier. I think that's a little too harsh. But I mean, come on. When are you eating an avocado as like a delicious fruity snack? That's just not how it is. At least Apple has that going for it. All right, bananas. Everyone loves a good banana. My only problem with bananas is that if you buy them green, you can't eat them right away because they taste horrible. I don't care if they have more nutrients or whatever. Is that true? Do they have more nutrients? Do bananas have more nutrients when green? No, I don't want to try this, Google. Green bananas are less sweet and contain less wait, it has less sugar? Oh, during the ripening, the starch is converted into sugar. Okay, so that's how it gets more sugar, is that the starchy parts from the green banana. Okay, I don't know how that works, but I'm just gonna believe it. Aha, both green and yellow bananas are nutritious. Okay, so they're both good. Obviously, a good yellow banana is great to shove in your mouth and gobble whole. So I think this might be S tier, because have you ever met somebody that's like, I don't like bananas? Because they're kind of stupid if they think that. But also, you can eat a banana and just have the peel. You don't have to have any sort of utensil for it. I suppose apples are kind of the same, but I don't know. I feel like bananas might actually be S tier now that I think about it. Okay, you know what? Bananas go in S tier. I think that they've earned it. If you like green bananas, you're kind of insane, but also you get to enjoy bananas, and when they are no longer green and you don't like them, I love them. And also, when they become fully brown, you can make them into banana bread, which is the greatest gift that has ever been bestowed upon humanity. All right, blackberries. Now, I don't know why, but every time I think about blackberries, I think about like spider eggs. Spider eggs. Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna blur this. This is an image of a cellar spider, and this is what their eggs look like, I think. I don't know, I just pulled this off Google. I could be totally wrong. But look at that, and then look at that. Identical. Taste-wise, I don't know. I guess they're, this is my list, okay? I can put it wherever I want. I think they're gonna go D tier. I know I'm gonna get some pushback on that one, but have you ever met somebody who's like, oh man, I'm a BlackBerry fanatic? No, you're not. BlackBerry, stop making phones, idiot. Yeah, all of these are gross. Ew. No, that was a mistake. I should not have looked that up. Okay, blueberries. Here's the thing. Normal blueberries are quite tart. They're quite sour. They're fine. But there are jumbo blueberries No, it wants me to look up spiders. I don't want to look up spiders. Jumbo blueberries. Jumbos. I don't know what they do in, actually, I have a pack. 1 second. I have a pack right here, actually. Look at how big these are, like compared to my finger. Ah! Rest in peace to these 4 blue. I'm gonna eat them. My carpet's clean, whatever. The normal blueberries are a little too much for me. They're a little too sour. They're a little too. I don't like. I'm not a huge fan. What? The jumbo blueberries. Now that balances it out. I think that blueberries are a solid A tier. I don't think I've met somebody who's like anti-blueberry. You see a big thing of blueberries, your first thought is you just want to eat them. You just want to eat a bunch of them. They're so good. All right, cantaloupe, immediate F tier. Okay, maybe that's a little harsh. Whenever I like stay at a hotel or something, like I'm at a hotel, I'm at a Hilton, I'm at a Marriott, whatever, and they give me free breakfast. Okay, great, that's awesome. I look at the breakfast. They have the usual. They got the pancakes, they've got the waffles, they've got all the fun stuff I could want. But the fruit, almost always, is just cantaloupe. It's cantaloupe all the time. A party platter of fruit will just have cantaloupe for no reason. And that stupid honeydew, which we're gonna get to. Where is honeydew? Is this honeydew? No, that's a kiwi. Wait, no, because that's a kiwi right there. That is honeydew right there. Honeydew is absolutely F tier. That is bottom of the barrel. If you like honeydew, you must be put in an institution. There is no way. At least, actually, I kind of feel bad lumping cantaloupe in there, because at least cantaloupe is decently tasty when it's ripe. Honeydew is just the worst. If there's a single person that enjoys honeydew, I'm concerned for your well-being. I'm gonna put, yeah, I think cantaloupe being in D tier is pretty solid, because blackberries and avocados are like, all right, I can see how you might like the taste. They might have their use cases to some people, but for most well-adjusted humans, you're not seeking these out. If you're going for a nice juicy fruit, like these are just so much better. All right, cherries. Now this one's gonna be a little controversial, but easy C tier for me. And you wanna know why that is? You wanna know? It's because they're so hard to eat. If somebody's able to invent a pitless cherry, is that a thing? Pitless cherries. Is that a thing? I suppose they wouldn't be able to remake them because they wouldn't have a seed. I don't think they exist. That's my problem with them, is the pit. You have to like take a cherry, like right here, here's a cherry. It's just like, you have to do that until you have a little stupid pit. And that pit is the worst. It's stupid because then you have to spit out the pit. You can't do that. It's disgusting. Okay, but the taste is very good. I love the taste of cherries. All that work just to get a couple little nibbles of it, it's just not worth it to me. And on top of that, I also can't tell when they're ripe, so sometimes they'll just be like sour-ish, kind of like blueberries. When they're good, that just means that they taste good. But everything else, if it doesn't taste good, it's just a cumbersome, difficult mess. I don't like it. No to cherries. What is this? What is that fruit? Tiny orange fruit that looks like a... Did it just say spider? Dude, it wants me to look at spiders. I don't want to look at spiders. Tiny orange fruit that looks like a raspberry. That's not it. I've never seen this, but what is this one? Is that a kumquat? What is a kumquat? No, that's a kumquat. This is not a kumquat. This is clearly not a kumquat. I like that word, kumquat. Kumquat. I think these are just orange raspberries. I've never tried them before. Let me actually just go through the ones that I've never tried before. What is that? Is that a date? I think I've had them, but I can't tell what that one is. A durian. I've unfortunately never tried a durian, although I would really love to one day. Isn't that a agave? What is that? Agave? No. What is that? Oh, I think it's this. I think it's this one. What is this? Guavas, guava. Oh my God. I knew it started with a G. I just didn't know what it was. Okay, guava. I've never had a guava fruit. I don't even want to begin to wonder what that one is. That looks toxic. What is that? Never tried this. What is this? What is this? This looks like an onion. I'm sorry. I'm really revealing the fact that I've only had basic stuff here. I don't know what this is either. Okay, I think I've got everything here. Okay, I think we can do the rest pretty easily. So next up is coconut. Coconuts are awesome in theory that you can crack it open and you can open it up and drink it, and then you can scoop out the meat and you can use it as shavings. That's awesome in theory. I'm not a fan of coconut water. It's just not that good. I'm sorry. It really is not that good. And the meat, I like coconut meat, but like in moderation as like an accessory to something. Coconut on its own, awful. At least like a cantaloupe, you can open it, you can eat it, and it's pretty juicy and it has some good flavor there. Blackberries, I can see why you would like that. I'm gonna put it above avocado. I won't put it in F tier because I feel like that's a little cruel. At least coconuts are fun. They're fun to crack open. All right, tomato. All right, here we go. On their own, I don't like tomatoes, okay? I know. I try not to be a picky eater. I really try not to. I try to open my horizons, and I've tried tomatoes on their own. The little tiny ones, I've tried them in salad. I've tried them on pizza. I just don't like tomatoes unless they are crushed up into a sauce or, yes, ketchup. I'm sick and tired of people thinking that if you don't like tomatoes, you have a horrible palate of like a 6-year-old, and that's just not true, okay? It can have its uses. I'll put it above everything else here because, yeah, I mean, pizza, can't have a pizza without tomatoes. Ketchup, of course, is a big thing. Pasta sauce with tomatoes is phenomenal. You know what? Tomatoes have their place, but as a fruit, as a delectable fruit, again, it just doesn't fit the bill. Dragon fruit. Okay, here we go. Dragon fruit, when it's not $10 and it's also perfectly ripe, is like A tier, but because of the fact that it's almost always not ripe, it's always the white gross stuff, and the fact that it's like $20, it's more like $8, but still, I'm gonna put this one with cherries. They feel cumbersome to open and to eat. They're just a pain to get into. At least apples, blueberries, bananas. Bananas, it's a very simple peel. Blueberries, pick. Apple, done. But now we're in the territory like C and below. You need a knife or it's just not that good tasting. Blackberries, I'm looking at you. Grapefruit. Okay, I can do grapefruit. I always used to love eating this when I was younger with like the little, what is it? It's like a grapefruit spoon. Yeah, it was like one of these where it were like, you just like, you slice it, like you slice the grapefruit in half and then you take the spoon and then you just, you know, you do the thing and it's good. I like it. It's a very good, it's great. That being said, I can also understand that it's not everyone's taste. I like it though. I think it is cumbersome. I have to stick to my guns here. It is cumbersome to eat and it can be a little sour, but I think when you get a good grapefruit and you have a nice juicy like slice of it, it is so good. All right, green grapes. I actually, because I never liked green apples, I always thought that green grapes would suck too. I just never liked them. Then I learned cotton candy grapes. I had these because I think they were just like set out one time at my girlfriend's house and I just had them because I was like, oh, cotton candy. Maybe it tastes like cotton candy. And it did. Wait, what? They were first commercially grown in 2011? What? Dude, there's no way. This only has been around for like 15 years? That's crazy. I will say though, they're pretty tasty. I would put these at a solid like A tier, I would say. Probably has blueberries. They're easy you just wash them really quick, just like blueberries, and then you just pop them in your mouth one by one. If you have crispy cotton candy grapes, oh, it's so good. I could eat like a whole bag of them. They are expensive though, but they're very good. They're worth it. Kiwi, I am allergic, so they are down there, but I guess the taste is pretty all right. I would put it like above grapefruit for sure. Oh, come on, just get over it. There we go. I had it one time and my eyes got puffy and my face got puffy and my throat swelled up a little bit and it was really itchy. Everything was just, it was just itchy. I didn't like it, okay? So I can't have kiwi. That was like 10 years ago though. It might have been a one-off thing, but I've not had kiwis in a long time. Lemon. Okay, lemon is obvious A tier. Okay, B tier. I'll be honest, you can't really eat a lemon on its own, so as a fruit, it doesn't really function. But a lemon on a good salmon, just oh baby, oh yeah. If you have not had a delicious salmon with lemon on top, what are you doing in your life, man? On top of that, you got lemonade, amazing. One of the best inventions ever made was lemonade, so automatic win. All right, limes. Okay. Same with lemons, but less applicable. I feel like limes are pretty good, but I could only really think about it like, okay, limes on like a burrito or something like Mexican food. Maybe like a lemon lime drink, but again, you're just incorporating lemons, which are the superior fruit. I guess I'm just not really like squirting limes onto anything. I think those are radishes. Are radishes a fruit? No, that is not a radish. I have no idea what that is. Gulp. Okay, mango. I have not had a mango more than like twice in my life. It's fine. I think that they're kind of slow to get into, kind of like a dragon fruit. I guess I like frozen mangoes, so I guess I would put it up here. But like as a fruit on its own, this is gonna be kind of surprising. I have no inclination to try a mango. Like as a fruit, I would never like, you know, I would never do that. It's not that I don't like enjoy the flavor. I just don't, it's not really like my kind of flavor, you know? I can appreciate it. I'll have it in a smoothie with like pineapple, and that's really yummy, but on its own, no. I'll put it below lemon because I wouldn't have it, but I can see why people like it. It's pretty solid as like a smoothie inclusion. Oranges are immediately D tier. I'm sorry. You can make the argument that cuties are really good and amazing, not disgusting, amazing. And I will agree that sometimes an orange can be good, but it is so overhyped. Okay, I feel bad. I'll bring it up to C tier. I just don't like the orange flavor. There's something about it I just don't enjoy. Whoever said that oranges were the drink of choice in the morning is an idiot, okay? It's clearly not. It is anything other than that. What is that? Is that a peach? This is gonna be kind of embarrassing, but I have never tried a peach, right, not to my knowledge. Oh, pears. I really like pears. They're very plump and juicy. Pears are actually, they're kind of underrated. I don't feel like people talk about pears enough. I would put that at apple level. That's pretty solid. They're kind of weird looking. I like pears. I think that they're pretty solid. I don't know, like, is that crazy? The texture's a little strange, but like in a nice way, but the flavor is very consistently good. Actually, I'm gonna make a statement. It goes above apples because at least every pear I've had has been pretty solid. I have had some pretty terrible apples though. Pears beat apple. All right, pineapple is immediately S tier. But the question is it above banana? This is kind of also very embarrassing. I went to Moorea. It's by Tahiti. I went here a couple years ago in 2023, okay? Beautiful country. Absolutely loved it, by the way. Go check it out. It's cheap to go there. At the breakfast at the hotel was the first time in my life I had had pineapple. And I know that sounds insane. I was 21 years old the first time I had a pineapple. But in fairness, I tried it and I loved it. I guess I just hadn't really thought like, how do you eat a pineapple? Like I genuinely didn't understand how you ate a pineapple, and I didn't care to try the already cut up ones. I was just like, I don't know. But as soon as I had my first pineapple, I understood what it was like to truly enjoy life in that moment. Pineapples, honestly, top tier. It is really hard to have a pineapple that isn't pretty damn juicy and sweet. At least like a banana that can get green and be like meh, so you have just a couple days, but when you have a good banana, it's a solid banana. Pineapples, like, they're sweet from the get-go. You could still get like an underripe banana or a pineapple, and it'll still be insanely delicious. And on top of that, pineapple juice, are you kidding me? Easy. That's the best one so far. Easy S tier. Oh, pomegranates. I have one in my fridge right now because they just came back in season. This is another S tier. Okay, hear me out. I know I said that these ones are cumbersome, okay? The dragon fruit, cherries, you know, that can be cumbersome. Pomegranates are cumbersome. They are annoying to cut into. They if you have a white shirt on, watch out. And then you have to like take them out of the thing and put them in a bowl and then like wash it to make sure you get only the good ones. But the texture and the juiciness, it's like biting into a million like pearls of ruby gem goodness. And like the tartness is immediately countered by the sweetness. And it just, oh my God, I will have a pomegranate and I don't care if it takes me an hour to cut it open and get all the seeds out. I don't care. I'll have it in a bowl and I will scoop it by the spoonful. And it is one of the most godly experiences. I'm only putting it below these two because these ones are substantially easier to eat, but oh my God. All right, we got 3 more. Raspberries. Okay, raspberries. Again, I was a picky eater as a kid, but I tried a lot of, new foods. I think I tried this one, when I was around 20 or something like that. And I just had it on a whim. I was like, whatever, I'll try some raspberries. I ended up loving them. Now, raspberries are a solid, okay, they're a B tier. I think I've had more sour raspberries in my life than sweet ones. At least I still have it, by the way, jumbo blueberries, so I can choose to have sweet blueberries. There's really, like, I've tried the sweetest raspberries batch. That really is a thing. Okay, I've tried these, and these are good. They're pretty solid. I do like having these. It's very nice to have like a sweet batch of them. They're very good, but they can still be a little sour sometimes. So I have much better luck with the jumbo blueberries than the raspberries, but oh, they're really good though. Okay, this is like the 90%. It's like B+ and A-. I don't know where to put it. I'm gonna keep it on B. I'm gonna keep it on B. Okay, it's good, but I'm not like itching for a raspberry, you know, like a good blueberry. Oh, it's so good. But like raspberries, I could go without for a while. I could go without. Strawberries, immediate S tier. That is without a doubt one of the best fruits ever. My only problems are that they get moldy way too fast. I swear, I'll literally buy them from the store and they just get moldy. They kind of have like a little bit of mushiness, but that's more about like the store and the fact that I live in Minnesota, so I might not have the freshest fruit. Minnesota! I don't know. Like they're just, when you get a good batch of strawberries, they're so good. Actually, they have the Swedish? They have a Swedish batch, yeah, right here, of the strawberries too. This is what they look like every time, and they taste phenomenal every time. That brings it, oh, they're easier to prepare than pomegranates. You just have to wash them and you're good. Maybe slice them if you need, but you could totally just eat these off of the strawberry, like the green part up here. So it's easier than pomegranate. Oh, I think that's pretty solid. I'm not mad about that rating. And then finally we have watermelon. I've had really good watermelon, but I've also had equally mid watermelon that just isn't that sweet. Like you'll get a couple of the sweet slices that are just, oh my God, so good. But when you get like a not ripe watermelon, the whole thing just sucks. And on top of that, it's just, you have to slice this massive watermelon on your counter, and it's wet, it gets everywhere, and you have all the rinds to deal with afterwards, and it makes you full after like 2 slices because it's just basically drinking a bunch of water. If it was smaller, easier to prepare, like if there was like a little watermelon fruit that was like tiny and I could just like peel it off and like eat, you know, ripe watermelon, easily one of the like top S tier fruits right here. But just because it's so big and cumbersome and it's not that consistent, I don't know. I'm gonna keep it at A tier, low A tier. Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid list so far. I mean, I definitely need to broaden my horizons. I am an idiot. If you like this video, let me know what you want to see in the future. Subscribe, and if you really like the video and you want me to eat some of these fruits, then consider supporting the channel by becoming a channel member, hitting that join button down below. So maybe I can buy a star fruit and try it for once. All right, that was it for Rankled. Goodbye.